What up? What up? What up, y'all? We are back. Dos Courtside View. It is your boy Cool McCain, fresh off wilding out somewhere else. We're gonna bring that same energy on over here. Beside me, we got the lady that be everywhere, always in the building. Keep it up.
That man chilling on a snowy night in Pennsylvania. So, ready to talk some hoops? Let's go.
True that. And the man that needs no introduction. Y'all done seen him everywhere. Like it's the Kai man. What up, Kai?
What's up, cool? How you doing? What's up, Key? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm great. Key always ready because it's Key.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
you already know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So shout out Coach Dante is not with us tonight. But shout out Coach Dante. And we're about to get this thing popping. So y'all, there's several different things we could be talking about in the NBA. But for me, we gotta start with the fact that you just took basically somebody with a sweet tooth and put them in a candy cookie cake shop and expect nothing to happen. So commendable thought. But I don't know if it was a good execution. So Chet Holmgren of the Oklahoma City Thunder is having his jersey retired. All his teammates showed up to support him in his jersey retirement at his high school.
Okay.
Those high school age people are the same age range, reportedly, because we ain't hear nothing about Chet like we did about any players that look like us that have an
Mhm.
incident. We didn't hear nothing about Chet like that. But we do know that there was accusations of an underage girl and excuse me, not Chet Holmgren, but Josh Giddey.
Right.
Then we're gonna take Josh Giddey and we're gonna put him in a candy store. Was that a good idea? Key, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea?
Absolutely not. You do not put Josh Giddey in no candy store with no underage high schoolers. Um, Bad things are liable to happen. We all seen the photos. We seen the snaps and the comments underneath of them. So, but if we all knew nothing was gonna happen to him. Come on now, too much like it's too much like right for something to happen to him. I just don't know. But the whole thing, I think it was not to be planned, but the girl, her family ain't had one to do with it. You know what that means underneath the table? That means she already got her money. Point blank period, she got her funds, not to say nothing, and just swept underneath the rug.
Absolutely. Khan, you got any thoughts on this?
I mean, Key, I think hit it right on the head. You know what I mean? On the face value, it does not look good. Obviously, it doesn't look good. But I think Key's right. The fact that something had to be done. That she must have got paid because if he knows he was found innocent on by anything, so where there's smoke, there's fire. So I don't know, but obviously it's not a good move. Definitely wouldn't do that at all.
Anytime someone has a problem, we are told, right? We're in type of therapy, any type of like help for the people, your family member, whatever. We gotta have a family member that's been an alcoholic. This is alcohol, a legal substance. We're gonna go there. You don't take someone that's an alcoholic or recovering alcoholic to the bar and sit them in front of the lady and say he's on my open tab. That's what you did to Josh Giddey.
True that.
Why would you do that? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, why? Because you don't hold them to the same standard that you held other athletes when things happen. John Morant got suspended for 25 games for having a gun lighter in the video. Is that dumb? Yeah. Was it something that had happened before? Yeah. But how he's in trouble and Mr. Giddey's just, we don't even talk about it no more. It's like it didn't ever happen.
Oh,
NBA sweeping it under the table like it didn't even happen. There was no kind of suspension, no like, hey, even if nothing happened, inappropriate comments were made, inappropriate photos and different stuff. So there should be some kind of punishment. He just walked away with no punishment,
missed no game time as well.
no game time. They didn't even say, hey, Josh, while we work out this thing, you have to sit. Nothing.
Yeah.
He was out there every game like nothing happened. We got people like Malika Andrews. Every time something happens to a player of color, she the first one with a hot take and everything to say.
Yeah, we know about
Mouth,
that. Yeah.
mouth been zipped. Ain't heard nothing from her. So I'm just saying, why can't it be universal? Why when certain people have things happen, we treat it like nothing happened? When other people have things happen, it's the end of the world and they're the dirtiest, scummiest individual in all of the world. We need some consistency. I have
Absolutely.
questions, but ain't nobody gonna answer them. But I still have questions.
Hmm.
So, my good people, let's move on. So let's talk a little bit about our individual squads. So, Key, we know 76ers. What are
Oh,
your thoughts on your Philadelphia 76ers as we sit today?
Well, right now we are currently third in the East right now. Of course, Milwaukee and Boston is ahead of us, which is to be expected. No big splashes to go down yet. Trading deadline's up February 8th at 3 p.m. So Daryl
Mm-hmm.
Morey still could have something up his sleeve. I was hearing maybe a Laurie marketing. I'll gladly take him over. I've been hearing maybe possible Bodan Bogdanovich from the Pistons. Got a good 3-point shot, 40% can shoot. Good on the defensive side. I mean, he may not can blow past defenders, but he can still get to the rack. Um, something we haven't had since JJ Redick in the 2-man game with Joel Embiid, so that's possible that could work too. But we all know Joel, he's the front runner for MVP right now. We all know he doesn't come forward in the playoffs like he does in the regular season. But I still like the way he's playing right now. MVP like numbers, still got the streak going and 30 points and 10 plus rebounds a game. Just he's playing another back to back. His knee's been swelling up on him. He only has a couple more games he can miss. I believe it's 7 he can miss before he's out of the running of MVP. Um, Tyrese Maxey, he's going to be your most improved player this year. I don't care nobody say. He's going to be an all-star as well. He may not be a starter, but he's going to be a reserve. And the role players that we got from the trade, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, they actually been playing good roles. They off the bench, but they there right when we need them. Especially Marcus Morris Sr., hometown guy from Philly, so he was happy to play in front of his home crowd. So I like the role players that we got. I mean, I still feel we won that trade with Harden. Harden's starting the ball over there in LA. And we got my guy Kelly Oubre, 20-point bucket getter. So I'm liking how we're looking right now. Nick Nurse definitely got them guys balling. Something Doc Rivers didn't really do. You can definitely see the coaching style. You can definitely see how he come out playing. Spacing is great. Tobias Harris, he's starting to catch hot. Starting to catch hot. So we'll just see if it turns over. Let's see if we can get out the second round this year. That'll be a plus for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Con man, talk to us
You
about the
know,
Con man's team. Let everybody know who the Con man's team is from your mouth, sir.
we know who it isn't, that's for sure. But I have a affinity for the Lakers, as you guys know by now. I do have an affinity for the Lakers, and unfortunately, they're right at 500 right now. Um, I was watching some sports shows this morning, whereby AD and LeBron are combined for 87 million per year. Almost just them two alone carry more than the rest of the team. I think that's an issue, to be honest with you. I think the next one in line is D'Angelo Russell. It's making like that 17. The Lakers, I mean, they talking about getting rid of their coach. They're talking about getting rid of this one, getting rid of that one. And as Keith said, February 8th is the big trade deadline. So we got to find out what changes that they can make, if there's going to be some changes made. They're talking about Levine. Levine is over $130-something million over 3 years. He just got hurt again. Again. He's going to be out a week again. And, I don't see that. That's not going to work. So, again, you just got to look at the pool and what's available and what they can handle. And the Lakers right now, they're playing, I guess in a little while, they're playing against the Nets. So maybe they'll get another win. But I'm a little disappointed in them. I think the Lakers, right after they won their in tournament title, whatever, and they just fell apart and dissipated. And I think that's going to be a problem. But right now, to be honest with you, I'm cheering for your Denver Nuggets to beat the Celtics. And right now, they're losing. So hopefully, we can do something tonight.
That's just funny that Khan is from the Boston area. He don't like the Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics, Bruins, BU, BC. No, nothing, nothing. There's a very good reason why, but you know, that we can talk about that another time.
We
I think who knows what I'm talking about, but we can go there another time.
will definitely go there another time. All right, so Denver Nuggets, man, 28-14 right now, right? Third in the West. They're 2.5 games back. I had
Yes,
someone ask me the other day, I feel like the Denver Nuggets should be number one. I said, oh, and I feel like you have unrealistic expectations, right? I mean, come on now. We lost a big piece. We had our point guard, Jamal Murray, was out for like 14 games injured. So, now that he's back, he's been back a few games. I'm not saying he just came back, but, it changes everybody's role. Whenever you have a guy out, other guys step up, roles kind of get redefined. So now that he's back, everybody's got to kind of go back to the role that they had prior to him getting injured. We're playing better defensively than we were last year. We're right there in the hunt. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask. Yeah, you want to be number one, but if you were to tell me tonight, obviously we're still playing now, but going into the game, we're 28-14, 2.5 games back of first in the West, and Jamal Murray's out 14 games injured. I'm taking that 20 times out of 10.
exactly. Yeah.
Will we like to add a piece? Yeah, maybe like a Bogdanovich, someone who can be a scorer off the bench, doesn't need a large role, but can be part of helping develop the team. Yeah, we want that. We absolutely want that. We would want that. I'm always, let's get another big. Let's find another big. Like we could have 5 bigs. I'm like, let's get one more just in case. But I think you need those guys that you can rotate in because different teams, different matchups, you need different types of players to play alongside a Jokic. So I'm always, wanting to get a piece that could help there. But other than that, man, in the words of my boy Coach Dante, other than that, we got what we need. Just, throwing those last couple of pieces in, and if we can get them just to solidify things. But if not, Watson's played really well for us off the bench. Christian Brown's played well. As I figured, Reggie's the first guy off the bench, backup point guard, shooting guard. Guy that stepped up when we had the injury. So I feel good about where we're sitting right now. I think we're the team that has the ability to kind of stay the course and be right there in striking distance and make up those games with plenty of games left to play. So I'm feeling good about where the Nuggets are at right now. So we got a couple of trades that have happened in the last few days. On January the 14th, this is a little bit of a lesser looked at trade, but still a trade. The Pistons traded for Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala, took them from the Washington Wizards for Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Livers, and 2 second-round picks. Gallinari and Muscala, I think, are going to be good in Detroit because they know how to play. They're veterans. I think Detroit's biggest problem is you have a lot of young kids that you're asking to take big roles. So you're saying, young guys, we need y'all to step up. We need you to do this. You need you to do that. But they're not ready for those roles yet. And you need leaders. Look at Houston. One of the biggest things about Houston is they were able to come and get some guys to help those young guys so that they could be better. That's what we're getting. That's what we need for this team to get in Detroit. So Detroit's at least trying to make moves to do that without busting the bank, without giving up too much. And I think this ends up being a very intelligent move for them, at least depth-wise and leadership-wise. We'll go reverse this time. Khan, what are your thoughts, sir?
Well, I definitely agree with you. And also, what teams are doing, as we might be able to speak on a little later on. They're taking on pre-existing contracts. You got players who are up for free agency, and a lot of teams feel like we got to get some value out of it. So I think that was a very intelligent move to do that as well. I mean, right now, of course, Detroit's in a rebuilding stage. I feel bad for their coach right now because he's getting beat after that contract he signed But I think that was a good overall. That was a very good move, and hopefully it pays off later on. That's what I think.
Key.
That's funny because I'm wearing a Pistons jersey. It's Chauncey Billups though. It's Chauncey Billups. It's a throwback. Um, so you pretty much go from one trash team to another trash team and swap the trash can. That's pretty much what you're doing. But Gallinari, he's okay. Like he's not bad. You know, he has a good shot. He's a veteran guy. He can come off the bench. Who else went over there? Isaiah Lively. Okay, for that Bagley, all right. I mean, I guess. I mean, this is not your oh my god trade, but I guess. I mean, if somebody y'all need to get Titus Jones out of Washington, somebody go say that man from Jordan Poole. Somebody,
Ooh.
I take him. I mean, he can sit on the bench. Look, I'll take him as a backup point guard. Somebody save Titus Jones, please. Let him get out of Washington.
You
Get him
will.
out of there.
I can't argue. I can't argue. There's nothing but facts in what Key says. Nothing but facts. All right. So then, of course, the big trade, the one that everybody's talking about, the Indiana Pacers receive Pascal Siakam from Toronto. They get 3 first-round draft picks: Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and Kira Lewis Jr., who came from New Orleans. New Orleans gets cash considerations to facilitate the deal. That's good for both teams, right? Because Indiana gets another player. Um, Siakam gets to go somewhere where I think he can be a piece for them, be helpful, and you get rid of some of that overflow. I mean, I said all along, Indiana signing Bruce Brown, it wasn't going to work, and it didn't. But it's not saying that Bruce Brown's not a player, but he needs minutes. He needs to be consistently in the lineup. And with that overflow at the flex positions, like the 2 to 3 and everything, you didn't really need him. So being able to move that contract, Jordan Nwora is a guy that, given opportunities, he can play. He's not a starter, but he can play. Kira Lewis, I don't know as much about, but he is a guy that has some skills, very athletic. So everybody kind of helped themselves out, it looks like, in that move. So, when you can make a move like that, that's good for everybody involved, it's always a win-win-win. I think that's what we got here. Key, we'll go back with you. Thoughts on this quote-unquote blockbuster trade?
I think they overpaid for Pascal Siakam. 3 first round picks, 3 first round picks for Siakam.
Well, in all fairness, it's 2, and then like a third is conditional. So they probably won't get the conditional one, but I mean, I still follow where you're coming from.
But no, Pat. I already saw Bruce Brown not being able to play how he wants to play. Indy is a young squad. They're fast, they're upbeat. Bruce Brown say he on the older side, but his game wouldn't fit there. So him going to Toronto is perfect fit over there. R.J. Barrett, Manuel Quigley, Scotty Barnes. You add a Bruce Brown in there. He plays defense. He can still shoot. So yeah, he's a good fit over there in Toronto. Now Siakam and Halliburton, man, that's gonna be a duo. He's good in transition. He can still post up. He can shoot. He creates his own offense. So I like him there. It's just I think they gave up a lot for him. Yes. How do you know he's not going to want to stay in Indy after this? So, but I like it for right now. It's a good move for Indy.
Con, what you got, sir?
Well, Key took my words right out of my mouth like she always. What they say, what low risk, high reward. This is kind of reminds me of that because you're getting a player who doesn't have to have any plays made for him. He can get his own shots. He's playing with one of the best point guards in the NBA. So, I mean, he's going to be more offensively minded. I mean, where he averages like over 20 points a game right now. I think that he's going to be very effective. I think they're going to be, although they already have a very well-balanced offensive team to begin with. But here's the catch. Like he said, he could be going after this year. He can go wherever he wants. So in that regard, It could be, again, high risk, high reward, or you know what I mean? Because if he's unhappy, he's going to bounce. So now you just said they just gave up all that for him. Now, if he doesn't, I guess, stay there for at least a couple of years to make it work its value, then that could be a problem. But I think he's going to end up. Who wouldn't want to play with Halliburton? Who wouldn't want? I mean, come on. You ain't really got to do much. Run without the ball, do your thing. So I think he's going to end up being very effective. I think right now, look at them. They're 24-17 right now. They're in that seventh spot. I think they can definitely move up at least to maybe the fourth to fifth spot. So overall, I think it was a great move for Indiana. I think they won they're in a win now phase, and I think it was a great move for them. Definitely.
What up, Mo? What up?
What's going on, Mo?
Whoa, what's going on?
I just want to say, I like it again. I agree with what y'all said as well. I like when teams decide, you know what, we need to make a move. What's the best that we can get? And then another team says we got all these pieces, and we really need to move them because essentially they're not working for us.
Right.
And that's what happened. And then New Orleans said, well, hey, we can slide a dude in there. You can give us some cash because, we got played by Zion. We try to see if we can, some cash. So I think everything kind of worked out. But we'll go a different route today, y'all, because last week, the week before last, we kind of talked about standings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this time around, let's do a little bit of talk about the power rankings for the NBA right now. And come on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, we don't have that yet. Okay, so while we're getting that pulled up, because of course things don't want to work right for you all the time, we'll go this route. While we're getting that worked out, a little technical difficulties, but we'll figure it out. So while we're getting that popping, Comment, I'm gonna ask you this question first, and then Key, same for you. Name a player, team, whatever, that you think has is on the rise within the NBA, and it can be the team's bad right now, the player's bad, the team's looking bad, and you see them going up, or they're on the way up already. However you want to, look at it, but a player or team that you think is on the rise, right now within the NBA as we kind of hit that almost mid-season point.
I mean, obviously, you go with De'Aaron Fox, but I'm gonna shock you guys. This is one who had a promising career when he was with an East Coast team. He got kicked to the curb and ended up going out to the West Coast, and he looked like he's having a very promising year so far, and that would be Sexton, who was at Cleveland. Now he's in Utah. You see him balling. He's getting 30, 24. He's playing his lights out. I think you got to watch out. And Utah's playing better now that Markkanen's back. They seem to be on a roll. I'm going to roll with that. That surprised me. I didn't think he'd be that
good. Okay. Key, what you got?
Now I'm trying to think. I was going to say the Grizzlies, but Ja's gone. So they're back to being proof now. I mean Miami. I want to say Miami. Now that Jimmy's back, they held down the fort without him, Jimmy Butler. But I like Jaime. I forget his last name, but I like that kid they drafted.
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. He's definitely nice. I forget his last name. Is it Vasquez? But yeah, he's nice. I mean, I can always say, I'm gonna say Miami. Definitely know when they get in the playoff time, Jimmy flips another switch and goes off the playoff Jimmy. Bam still doing his thing. You still got, Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry still comes off the bench. So I'm gonna say Miami.
Okay, I dig that. So kind of went where I'm going, but he ain't completely go. I'm going with the Utah Jazz as a team.
Okay.
The return of Lauri Markkanen, along with Sexton and other players, has made that team very strong right now. They're looking like a team that I don't think they can win a championship or anything. Don't get me wrong, but a team that can get in the playoffs and make some noise. And you want to improve, right? You want to be the team. We come in, we young, we get in there, we win a series, and then you continue to build up from that. So that's why I think you want to be at. I think that's where Utah's headed. So I definitely would roll with that squad. All right. So we got a comment here. Karam says, I like the Celtics. Well, I think the Celtics are beatable. And then he also says Utah is solid. I mean, yeah, that's it. They're solid. Like they're not dope. Like you're not, oh man, it's the best team in the league, but started out bad. Well, they had a couple of the games, then they kind of went bad for a while, and you're starting to see that come up. You're starting to see them look a little bit better. So I'm loving to see that, and I want to see how far they can take that out in the Western Conference. So that's going to be interesting to see. All right, and Key, since you mentioned it, let's go ahead and slide it in there too. John Moran injury. Any thoughts that you guys have on the John Moran injury?
What a damn shame. He was just coming back. I think he was averaging almost 25 points a game upon his return. They were playing a lot better as a team. So, he made a major difference. And for him to get injured like that, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but I mean, obviously that's going to be a very tough loss for them. And how much of an impact? I mean, they've been up and down. Matter of fact, when he was out, they looked miserable. And then Smart's been out. They've been having a lot of injuries. And this is just one of the more injuries that are occurring. That's unfortunate for them. I feel real bad for them, but yeah, it's definitely a crucial loss. And right now, I think they're going to end up having a very rough second half of the year right now. I mean, right now, look, they're already a mess as it is so far. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I feel real bad. He was, coming back. A lot of expectations on him, a lot of pressure put on him. Seemed like he was on a road to recovery and doing the right thing, and suffered a very unfortunate injury.
Yeah, definitely. I could feel that, man. I could feel that. Karam says my Thunder had to earn the win last night in Utah. Karam also says this is a down year for Memphis, a very down year. Whole lot of injuries, as comment alluded to. Right, so many people on that team are injured. It's just terrible. Key, any thoughts? Key went out into the multiverse.
Okay, we still good. We got it. Yeah, Memphis is tough, man. 15-26. I don't know where they're going to end up going. I don't know. Tough call, bro. Tough call.
Yeah, definitely. So I do got those power rankings up, so we can run through those now because
I'm trying myself.
Yeah, I was able to get those out of the multiverse.
I had got a phone call right as I was about to go on. Just not.
Go ahead, Key. It's all
Desmond
good.
Bain, I think he's got hurt. He got hurt too. Marcus Smart, definitely. Like I said, they was on the up and up. If Giles didn't get hurt, he's done for the year. Crazy part is he didn't even get hurt on the court. It was on a fit. I think he was doing fitness or practice. He got hurt towards labrum. He's done for the year. Shoulder injury. Ball players need the shoulders to shoot. So, but I had them playing getting into the playing tournament if Giles was still there. But well, have fun in the lottery next year, guys. So keep playing.
At least you can get a better player to help out, right? Because I mean, you're gonna be where you're gonna be at. That's pretty clear. So it is what it is. I hate it for him, but things happen. Yeah. Karam says throughout this year, come back next year stronger with a better pick. Hey, that's all you can really do at this point. All right, so we got those power rankings ready here. I was able to find those out in the multiverse, so we can rock with those. All right, so number 30, the Detroit Pistons. I don't think anybody's shocked that the Detroit Pistons are number 30.
Dumpster fire.
Absolutely. At number 29, we have the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think anybody's surprised that Charlotte Hornets are 29. Another dumpster fire. And then at 28, we have the Portland Trailblazers. So, funny story about the Portland Trailblazers. I don't know if you guys heard the story. You probably did. But they got this center, DeAndre Ayton, that they traded for.
Yep.
My man's missed the game because he had a sheet of ice in his neighborhoods on the road and he couldn't get out.
That's what I heard. Mm-hmm.
I also read a different article that claims that the city and the team tried to help and they were unsuccessful with assisting him with a sheet of ice. All I can say to that is stop the cap. I don't see how the
Better get to
city.
walking.
I mean, come on now, like you can't bust the pad, you can't bust the ice up with the trucks and the ice trucks and all that. Where my man's can get out to get to the game, not a practice, a game. Hey,
Right?
hey,
Uh,
I'm gonna let him live, but that's just my thoughts. Kyle, you got any thoughts on that, man?
Retarded. Absolutely ridiculous. There's not. Come on, man. There's not much I can go any further. I've never heard anything like that. Never. Not for NBA player. It's crazy.
That's the first
Keep
time.
something to add on that because I can't.
I'm going to shake my head. 'Cause that's all you can do. Like, he couldn't get out. Like, it was his car really sliding like that. Like, what you mean? Like, he was stuck. Like, was he in his driveway and couldn't get out? Was he on a side street and couldn't get out? Like, could nobody like pick him up? Like, hey, I got you. We gonna drop you back
Like to do
off.
nurses and essential personnel. Yeah, right.
Okay,
I
I
don't know.
okay, Aiden. Just say you didn't want to play. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm with you. That was wild. I heard that. I'm like, what? So I knew we were gonna do the power ranking. So I was like, well, I'll just slide it in there. But that's crazy. All right, at number 27, we have the San Antonio Spurs. Sure, no one's surprised that they're that low. They're solid, right? Well, Victor Wembanyama solid. A lot of rumors that they're looking to bring in Trey Young or there were rumors that they were looking to bring back DeJounte Murray, but I don't think DeJounte Murray will be moving, but maybe Trey Young will be moving. We'll see how that plays out. Because I think they could use a true point guard there to help facilitate. Because Wembanyama is really great on defense. He can make buckets on offense, but his offense is definitely a work in progress. You guys got any thoughts on that?
I think he's definitely he's going to end up becoming rookie of the year. Although there was some speculation, but yeah, he's definitely a defensive presence. And I don't know, it's going to be tough because they still have a lot of picks remaining. They got a lot of picks remaining from that trade that they made. So yeah, well tough for them. I think they can use them for leverage or whatever deals they want to make via trade or picks and move on up. Or they got some time to do some things. So it's gonna be all right.
Damien in the building. Damien says he got stuck at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, if you don't get stuck somewhere, I would rock with Chuck E. Cheese because they redid the pizza. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
done. I'm good with that.
Give me some tokens. I can make it work. You got any thoughts?
I just can't see Trey Young over there with San Antonio. I can't see it. You might as well say Trey never winning the title if that's the case.
I don't think he's gonna win Atlanta either, though. Just sad. But I feel you. Number 26, we had the Washington Wizards. I don't think we need to really say much about them. We know what it is. They got a number 2 player as their number 1, and they got a number 4 player as their number 2. And the twain shall never play good together.
I feel like they should be lower than that, but okay.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. Number 25, we have the aforementioned Atlanta Hawks. I mean, I can't argue with where they're at. Y'all got any thoughts on it? We good.
Nah, we good. I'm good with that.
Kind of like, hey, we move on from that. Ain't nothing. All right, we got the Brooklyn Nets at number 24.
That's about right. I mean, even if Ben Simmons do come back and play basketball, ain't gonna change none.
Nah.
And
They
Spencer
might drop.
Dinwiddie is doesn't want to play in Brooklyn.
But there you go. You need a point guard in San Antonio. Maybe you want to call up a team that makes sense to call up.
Free
Like
Spencer. Get this man out of Brooklyn. You don't want to play.
All right, and then number 23, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the reason they're so high is because they were moving up a lot when Ja got back,
Right.
and now they're just slowly dropping. They're gonna be down there around about 28. I still don't think they're worse than the Hornets or the Pistons, just because of how bad those organizations are right now. I think they'll be down there with them by next week.
I agree.
Any thoughts, Key? Are you good?
That'll be good.
All right, and then number 22, we have Golden State. So I got to stop on Golden State a minute. I'm gonna let y'all go first if y'all got any thoughts before I say my piece on
Go State.
the Warriors.
But before we go there, Denver's up 1-on-1, 100, 56 seconds left. And I think they got offensive foul. I think Denver get the ball. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Good news on that. Okay. Getting back to the Golden State issue.
Very good news for me.
Right. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But anyway, getting back to the Golden State Warriors. Oh, man. Again, I was watching my show. I'm a little busy, but I'll be watching. Do you guys realize that they are almost 250 million over the cap? Over. Not, most teams don't even have the whole salary like that. They're 250 million over. Where are they going to go? What they going to do? They're paying Draymond 100. Clay wants a new contract. I mean, they are a mess. I don't know what they're going to do. They don't know what to do with Kuminga. Kerr don't like playing younger guys. Now the question is, do you keep with what they got, or do you get rid of it? And by doing that, what does that do to Steph? Is he going to be happy with having a whole new lineup coming in? You know what I mean? Now, you as an organization, what are you going to? Plus, they got a new guy, the general manager. He's new. He don't know what the hell he's doing yet. So I think they're in a real tough situation. Everything must change. The song called "Everything Must Change," and looks like it's time to be changing for the Golden State Warriors. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better because I don't think too many people are going to want Draymond at his money. I don't think too many people are going to want to play Clay at what he's going to want. Cluster, you know what? That's what I say.
Good old cluster cluck.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I like that. I'll use that one.
Feel free, sir. Feel free. Key, you got any thoughts?
It's time. I think it's time for a new coaching change in Golden State. Steve Kerr has many rings as a player and a coach. I mean, everybody needs a change of scenery. Look at what happened with Andy Reid in Philly. He was there for 14 seasons. Got to the Super Bowl, couldn't do nothing. What happens? He goes to Kansas City and win two. Okay, coaching change. Belichick is about to get a coaching change.
Yep.
So it's not bad for a coach to go somewhere else. He's just starting to act like Doc Rivers and don't want to play the young guys. Play the young. You have no choice. Go ahead and play them. What? It's not going to hurt much. Clay is not the same Clay Thompson. You can tell he's not. I don't know if he's not happy. Did he mentally check out? I don't know. But who's going to take Clay's contract? Nobody's can take him. You can try to trade him. You can't bring nobody in because you in cap hell. Steph is going to be Steph because he's not striving for anything. He won 4 championships, MVP. He's the greatest shooter of all time. I mean, of course, he probably will want another ring, but he don't have nothing left to prove. Steph's not going nowhere. So I feel like maybe bringing some talent in or some younger guys or, to start over. Why not? And Draymond just going to be Draymond. Will he change? We don't know. That's up to him. But
So, what I'm going to say about Golden State is this. Draymond is not the player he was. Age has caught up to him. Steph's not even the player he was. Age is starting to catch up to him. Clay, injuries and age, right? Like you already said, Key, he don't want to play the young players. Kerr doesn't. And you just see they're not what they were. And it's like they don't want to change, but they need to change. Why did you bring in an aged Chris Paul? Like I'm sitting there looking at this move and I'm saying they gotta trade this dude. There's no way they're gonna commit this much salary to Chris Paul. And he's still on the team. And I'm like, bruh, are you serious? Like, I understand you not competing for a championship and you know that, but why just shoot yourself in the foot to spite your leg? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
You know, you gotta make moves, you gotta dump some of these salaries, bro. If Dallas wants Draymond, I say move on. If you can get anybody to give you a smoke and a pancake for Chris Paul, you put some serpents of butter on that pancake and you smoke that cigarette good and you keep it moving. It's time to get rid of some of those guys, man. You can't hold on to these cats forever. Teams that do this always end up on this side, and they did it. They should have got out of this like a year ago. You let Draymond ruin Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is the problem with Jordan Poole is he got pushed in the face by his teammate, and his organization said, "Piss on you for getting punched in the face," and did nothing to the dude that punched him in the face. And ever since then, his confidence is gone.
That's true.
That's the problem with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's a better player than what we're seeing. But this is what happens when your mentals ain't right, your confidence is ruined because your team lets your teammate punch you and then do nothing about it. So, a whole lot of things that I feel like they've done wrong the
Oh,
last
and
couple of years
it's
with Golden State.
possible that Wiggins could be out the door too. He could be on the trading block.
Yeah, he
If
is.
I'm, if I'm Wiggins, I'm like, trade me. I can still play, trade me.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
His
Trade
team.
me. Shoot. But yeah, so you got to make changes. You can't pay those guys. You're going to have to get younger. You're going to have to get a coach that can work with younger guys. That's not Steve Kerr. So like he was saying, he need to kick rocks because you got to get somebody that's going to actually work with them. And we know who that's not. All right. And then at number 21, we've got the Toronto Raptors. They're going to be a different look team, but I think they'll be better because they'll have more depth. So I think it's a good spot for them based on right now. And then we'll see how things continue to play out with the moves that they make. You guys got any thoughts on that?
No, I definitely agree. I think the addition of Barrett and Quickly, they're getting more playing time. You can see they're like the second and third options offensively. So they're getting more opportunity to score, and they're playing real well with their number one guy who they kind of wanted to get rid of before, but I guess they're trying to make him the franchise guy on the team as well. But he's going to be another added scorer as well. I think they're going to be good. I think they're young. They're going to, they didn't want to let those guys go. I mean, even what the general manager was crying, man. In fact, at the interview, I think they showed him crying. It was really upset for him to go, but he knew that if he didn't make a move, they could go in as free agents. You know what I mean? So he had to make that move. It was unfortunate, but yeah, tomorrow's going to be all right. I mean, they ain't gonna make no major difference, but right now they'll be fine for the rest of the year. And remember this one, yes. You don't know how happy I am. Oh, you have no idea.
I know how happy you are, sir, because I'm happy.
Yeah.
A couple of comments here. Karam says Aiden isn't that good, in my opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you. Karam also says Brooklyn is definitely selling at the trade deadline, as they should be.
Yep.
Damian says Warriors need a whole new rebuild. Fire everyone in the front office. Bring back Mark Jackson. Trade Clay and Curry for draft picks. Draft Bronny and build around him. Make Bronny the next big star. Well, if you draft Bronny, you get LeBron too. So that's a two-man package. Damian also says Warriors screwed up bringing in KD and trading Wiseman. I mean, Damian, I think the one thing is Mark Jackson. I don't think that he's ever going to get an NBA coaching job again. I don't know what happened, but he got super blackballed. I mean, I know what they're saying, but it feels like more than that because he's super blackballed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Keith, did you have any thoughts on
And
Toronto?
then Wiseman was poo anyway. So bringing a KD for that team, they didn't screw up. KD probably would have still been there if he didn't get into it with Draymond Green. So he probably would have won two more. But he's not going to win. He's lucky and thankful for the two that he got because he ain't winning no more.
Because Draymond said they ain't need him; they won without him. And Draymond is the guy that you keep around. Draymond's the guy you let do everything after all the scumbaggery that he's been a part of. But I digress.
Cool, you made a great point. You said, here he goes. He bangs out a teammate, and the teammate gets the boot, doesn't get help from his own teammates, and he lets.
Ruin that man's whole career by letting him get knocked out by his teammate almost, and do
And then
nothing about
after
it.
that, look what he's done after that. Look how.
Yeah.
Ay,
He
ay,
up here
ay.
putting people. He up here acting like he's Samoa Joe, putting people in coquina clutches. You know what I'm saying? Try to rock a guy's whole body, try to body rock a dude. Like, wow. You know what I'm
That's how you.
saying?
That's how you know nobody in Minnesota like Rudy Gobert because they sure enough ain't help him.
Right. They sit there
Huh?
and let my man just drag him in the coquina clutch. I'm like, dang. I mean, I understand you might not be that much of a fan of your teammate, but you gonna let my man get treated like that?
Yeah,
What's really good?
can't do that.
You can't let him treat your teammate like that, man. That's garbage. But they did it. All right. And at number 20, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. Khan has already eloquently spoke on the Lakers. Um, I don't have anything to add. Key, would you like to add anything? Any thoughts you have about the
Nope,
Los
they
Angeles
right in the
Lakers?
middle of the pack, Mister. I don't want to play defense and D'Angelo Russell.
Mm-mm-mm. And the sad thing is, he won't play defense because he won't play it before. All right, and then number 19, we have the aforementioned Houston Rockets. Khan or Key, do y'all have any thoughts that y'all want to give on the Rockets?
I think they're playing better with Udoka as a coach. I think he instilled in them some type of they got the dog in them. They're young, they're healthy. I think they're going to be a team to deal with up in the upcoming years. Actually, I think the coaching has played a big part. I mean, the 19 and 21 way better than they were last year, and if they make some right moves, I mean, they're still under the salary cap. The only they're paying big money to is when the guy from Toronto there. I forgot
Yeah,
his
Van
name.
Vliet. Hmm.
Yeah, he's got a big contract. But other than that, I
Dylan
think,
Brooks.
I mean, he don't have big money. He got decent money, but he ain't big money.
yeah, I like Houston, man. I like them. They're fun to watch. They're very athletic. They're fun to watch. And they go dirt cheap because they go G League. So they're going dirt cheap. You know what I mean? So I think they're gonna be all right in a few more years. They're gonna be fine if they stick together. A lot of teams they try to get rid of their players right away instead of letting them grow. And you know what I mean? And get some continuity. But some teams just they're gonna win right now and let's don't let the young guys go.
That's facts. Any other thoughts, Key?
Nah, Houston is right where I thought they would be. Um, um, yeah, right where they need to be at. They're playing good. Like I said, if Doc got booted, I was the first to say, "Give me Udoka as for the Sixers coach." But Doc wasn't fired when Houston needed one, so it's all right. But I like Nurse. But no, I mean they're playing pretty well. I like it. Dylan Brooks is back for them. Jabari Smith is playing. Jalen Green's playing out of his mind. They got Thompson twin. I get them mixed up. I forget what Thompson twin is in Houston. Um, Shangoon is playing lights out. So no, I like Houston. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. I like Dylan Brooks' move there because I think he makes a difference for them. Right. I think he's a player that they needed. So I like that move um, for the team. I think that you were alluding to that a few minutes ago. But yeah, I think Houston's on the right path, the right mix of veteran leadership and young guys that you're developing, and that's what you need to be successful, and that's what they're trying to do. So I definitely like what they're doing as well. All right, and number 18, we have the Chicago Bulls. I'm gonna call them can't get rights. I thought this team just can't get right this year. Like you get people bad, they start playing good, they start getting hurt again. It's just crazy. Kier Khan, y'all got any thoughts on Chicago?
Yeah, right where they're supposed to be. They got the one of the highest payrolls, and the Rose is playing about what he missing mid range. He's doing what he normally does. They got a couple of good players that fit in. Kobe White's playing pretty well, but Levine injured so much. I mean, I don't know.
You gotta start calling him Street Clothes Levine.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
I'm
And
with it.
so that made a major effect on them. and then again, they're going to have some cap issues as well. So I think they're right where they're at. They're going to be right in the mid range, middle of the pack. Simple as that. And then Zach's going to get hurt again. So he was really high on the trade rumors. I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't think so. Huh? I think he'll still be in Chicago come February 8th.
Yeah, it hurt too much. You know, nobody don't really give you nothing for him. And you ain't gonna want to give him away for hardly nothing. All right, so we'll move on. We got the Orlando Magic at 17. You guys got any thoughts on the Magic?
Yes, I do. I like him a lot. You remember they had the last 2 years. They had the first both first round Suggs and Yanko Banchero, whatever his damn name is. But they're playing real well. You guys know how I am. I be messing names up now. I get dementia. But I mean, they're playing very well. I like the way the youth. They're fun to watch. Uh, I like the way Anthony's playing because they're strong off the bench, and they're one of the surprise teams. I figured it would take them a little bit more time to get better, but they got the brothers on the same team as well. They're playing good too. I think they got a good coach that they play hard for. I think they're going to be up and coming as well. I think a lot of teams that were on the bottom, besides Detroit, I think, and Washington, a lot of these teams are getting better and better and better because they're making the better decisions, and they have more of a culture that they're developing. I think Orlando has one of the teams that are developing a great culture that's going to benefit them in the future.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Any thoughts, Key? Are you good?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, number 16, we got Cleveland Cavaliers. Any thoughts on the Cavs? I didn't think so.
Darius got hurt again. Mitchell's Mitchell. I don't know.
At number 15, we got the up and coming Utah Jazz. I think the power rankings are seeing what I'm seeing.
Jazz right there in the middle, quarter way up, almost in the top 10. Saxon's playing great. Marketing's there. Don't forget about the man that comes off the bench and Jordan Clarkson
If
can
she
light
goes
it up at
again,
any
she puts
time.
two words again. She does it again. I was
Can
gonna.
can can light you up at any time. So I mean, just watch out. Danny Ainge over there, you know what he's doing, blowing up stuff and getting out these high behind picks for him. So look out for Utah.
And a couple of guys that go with one of other teams that go to Utah end up playing a lot better. What's the guy's name? He got drafted by the Celtics, went to Miami, and now he's playing with Utah. He has a headband. What's his name? About 6'8".
um,
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to picture his name. I'm trying to think of his name.
Yeah, he's playing very well for them. He's playing, getting about 16, 17 points a game, about 8 assists. I forgot his name. They say he
They
was going
got
to be a when he got drafted by the Celtics. But yeah, he went to Miami. He's been to a few teams, but he's stuck with Utah. He's been there. This is the second year with Utah. Anyway, they got him, and like Key said, Jordan Clarkson. I got to know about him real well when he played with
Kelly
Missouri.
Olynyk.
There you go. I think you get
I couldn't get his last name. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
Mo. Shout out to Mo.
it. Mo, thank you, Mo. Yeah, him. He's playing well. So they got a good bench. They got to watch out for Utah. I don't know. Got to watch out for them.
True that, true that. And then a couple of comments here before we move on. So Karam says, I don't like Gobert either, Key. Yeah, nobody likes Gobert. Gobert, really Gobert. And then Mo says, man, nobody trades Jeff for Bronny. Pause. Then Mo says, Jazz just good enough to lose in the first round. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah,
Go
I
to
can.
Kelly O. Yo. Hey, I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? And we in the top half now, y'all. So at number 14, we got the Phoenix Suns. All I'm gonna say about the Suns is street clothes Bill. We gotta add him too. That joker street clothes forever. He might be the new AD of street clothes.
Facts on facts, bitch. I, it's just everywhere KD go, there's some type of problem.
And
It's
it's
some
never
type of issue
him.
that the whole team can never play together. The whole team never played when it was Harden and Kyrie. Then he moves to Phoenix, you can. It's never Kyrie, not Kyrie. It's never Booker, Bill, and KD. It's always Booker and KD. Like Bill is always hurt in street clothes. So there you go, street clothes, Bill.
Yeah, crazy. Anything to add, Connor? You good?
Not so much with that. There was a comment made about Bronny. I just want to bring up a little point right now.
Okay.
Bronny right now is coming off the bench, averaging 5 points a game. How the hell is he going to go and get drafted by the NBA? Cool, he's averaging 5 points a game.
Hey,
Keep it
he is
real.
LeBron James
His
Jr.
his,
Somebody
bro-
gonna grab him.
his brother is better than him. Just like the Ball brothers with Melo is better than Lonzo, and the third one, Bryce is going to be better than Bronny because Bryce got that size on Bronny. Bryce
Yeah,
is taller.
I think you gotta also. I think people need to take into account this year is not gonna be great for Bronny with what happened with the cardiac arrest.
that's true. That is true. That is true.
He's not gonna be the same guy that you probably would have got.
I agree with that. That's a great point. I agree with
But
that.
you still got to judge him on what he does. So I mean, I think somebody gonna reach for him just because of his lineage. And
Yeah,
basically, LeBron wants to play with him. So if you want to get LeBron on your team, you go draft Bron and you automatically get LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So there's that.
that's true.
That
That's
might
true.
be the bigger marketing point than his actual play.
Right. I
Uh,
got you. I
yeah,
got you.
that's how I'm looking at it. All right, number 13, we got the Sacramento Kings. I like what I'm seeing from them. They continuing to be the team that they were last year. They're consistent with it, and I like that. And then Mo says 100% agree, Key. So he 100% agrees with you, Key. And then, Karan about to tell us something. He says, I will say this. What will you say, Karan? Joe Mazzulla's overrated. You're not telling
Oh.
us something we don't already know. But fair enough point.
Wow. I'm not mad.
Hey, I will say he would have against Mike Malone and his wonderful coaching this year. So I'm just this game. So you can't really blame Missoula as much this game because it was going against Mike Malone. I know he wants to be called Michael, but I have friends named Michael and we call him Mike, so we're gonna go with Mike Malone. Um, Number 12, New York Knicks. Any thoughts on the Knicks, y'all?
I like the move they made. The Knicks, man, if you notice right now, they got that grit, and I think they got that dog in them. The players that they developed, they got that dog in them. I like watching them. Brunson, man, I don't know if y'all realize he's really about 6'1", but he's like a pit bull. With that left hand, and left handers are hard to play because you don't know which way they're gonna go. As
Mm-hmm.
a player, you don't know which way he does things that left-handed people do. You know what I mean? So very confusing. Randall's playing real well as well. B, like me, I can't say names right, but he's playing well as well. And I think that the Knicks are going to be tough. Right now, they got 26 and 17. I think they're going to be a tough team to deal with. They'll get into an in-game playoff, and then they'll probably lose first round. But I mean, they're fun to watch, and they're making moves. They're doing something right. As long as they keep their owner out of keep them out the picture, they'll be fine.
So Mo asks, what is he rated? And then Karam says, but they jack up threes.
You know what? I'm telling you all this. Hope y'all listeners, Mark Jackson should be coaching the Knicks. I'm telling y'all right now. I know he
That
won't.
would be that would be a good
Y'all bread and butter, but he'll never get it.
yeah,
He'll
but
never.
that would be a good one. Mo, I think what they were saying is wherever he's rated, he's overrated because he ain't last.
There
But I
you
think
go.
he walked into a Porsche and then crashed it. That's what I feel like with Missoula. He got
Oh
a
yeah.
he got a free Porsche and he crashed it within like a month of getting it. And then when they fixed it, it still pulled to the left a little bit. They never fixed it all the way right. It still pulled to the left a little bit. That's why I feel like he did with Boston.
He's in a tough situation, man.
Yeah, because you're a
You,
Boston
you
Duster.
you know why the Knicks are so? You know why the Knicks are playing well? You got my Nova guys on the team, man. Villanova all day.
Yeah,
Steven Tinzo,
yeah,
Josh Hart,
yes.
Brunson. Come on, man. Villanova. But no, DiVincenzo, I've been
You know,
wanting
I ain't
Daryl
about to agree
Morey.
with that.
I've been wanting Daryl Morey to pull that trigger to bring DiVincenzo home, but no, it's okay. We got Oubre. I'll take Oubre. But I like DiVincenzo. He knows how to shoot. He can defend 3-and-D guy. Of course, Josh Hart, another 3-and-D guy. What can we say about Jalen Brunson? Like I'm with Mo. Like I don't something about Randall. I just never liked something about Randall. I don't like. I like that he cut his hair. I do like
He had
that.
one good year.
He had one good year. He
That's
wasn't
most
really that
time.
good with the Lakers either. I mean, it's just something about Randall. I don't like.
He wasn't really good with New Orleans. It's just that one year with the Knicks. And it happened to be a year where he got paid off of it. I mean, if you're gonna have one good year, it should be the year you're gonna get paid, and that's what he did. So I can't hate him for that. But I would agree. I'm not. I'm,
Yeah, the thing with Randall is that he either takes a three or goes to his left. He can't use his right at all. If I was playing against him, first thing I'd do is make him go to his right. But
and
that's
everybody
me.
knows that
That's weird. What you mean you can't go right?
He
because he's
can't go.
left-handed.
I know most people can't go. No, I mean, I
He
can go to
can't
my
go
left,
left.
but it ain't my strong hand. But I can go that way. But
He can't. He
that's
don't. He
that's
don't.
crazy.
He can't.
He can't.
I can go to my left a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be as good, but I can go a little bit. He can't do nothing. You put
None.
him out there with the left. You make him go right. He giving that ball up right away, just like that. Just like that.
Well, shoot, if that's the game plan, I'm telling them to defend him to the right.
It's so
That's
so. It's
yeah. That's why we're not seeing. That's why we're not seeing much out of him because everybody defended him to the right. They made him go right.
it don't take brain surgery, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Do
We know what to do with this sucker.
Shoot, that's what I tell my kids. Look, he can't shoot that way. I mean, he can't dribble that way. Guard, take him the other way.
first move. That's first thing you do. You look at the other opponent's weakness. First thing you do.
Coaching 1-on-1. All right, y'all. We'll move on to number 10 and one of Key's teams here. Team she likes a lot. The Miami Heat. Thoughts on the Heat?
Yep, they right there in the top 10. Again, they climbing up. Again, Jaime Vasquez, I think that's his name. Great pickup that they got. I mean, I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know about this pick. I thought they went too high for him, but no, he's fitting right, fitting great. Got Bam. Jimmy Buckets is back, so they're playing good.
They're very tough. I was really kind of upset when they got rid of Struce because he was one of them perimeter shooters. I thought that that would have affected them, but something about Miami, man. I mean, if you notice, Jimmy Butler, he's not playing that many games. He's played a few. He's out. He's more or less getting ready for playoff time. If you notice, Duncan Robinson finally going to the cup instead of relying on his 3 point. Uh, and then they gave Spoelstra contract extension. That must tell you something. Hey, that management, Pat Riley and them dudes, they know what they're doing. I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. They're going to be there again at the end. And Jimmy B, when he comes playoff time, it's a whole nother animal. So as long as they stay healthy, I think they're going to be right in the mix.
Let me tell you how smart Pat Riley is. He knows Spoelstra was going through a divorce. Right when that divorce was final, guess what happened? Oh, he gets his money.
No. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that. No,
Yep.
Keaton, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Whoa, you got me
They
on
say
that
yeah.
one.
They say yeah. We'll wait till you get the divorce. Or you divorce final. All the funds, assets are split up. He'll extension pimping. Yeah, that's what happened. All right. So we'll move on to Indiana. Y'all said all that need to be said. At number 9, we kind of already touched on the Pacers. Did y'all want to add anything to our previous thoughts on the Pacers?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, fair enough. And then number 8, we got Key Sixers. We already talked about them too.
So that's
Want
about
to add
right.
anything
We,
there?
we top 10 now. That's about right. Embiid playing out of his mind. We beat Miami. I mean, not my the other Florida team in Orlando. Another 30 point night. He only had 7 boards this time. He didn't get double digits in boards, but Embiid is still going out there playing quality basketball. The man is 7'3". What 7'3" got a handle, can push the ball up the floor, can do a euro, mid range, 3 point. He does it all. 7'3". He does it all.
But
So,
can't
but
dribble to
that's
the left.
yeah. I never noticed if he dribbled to the left or not. But 8 is a good number. I ain't mad.
Okay. You know, one thing I'm gonna say about Philadelphia, and you guys may me block me off on this one. You know who's been a great addition to them? Because like I said, every team you need that dog, and they got that dog. I'm gonna
I
tell
love Pat Bev. I love him.
Yeah, Pat Bev actually is a good pickup.
you, that
That's where
guy.
he belongs, somewhere like that.
Hey, he's great on the court. He's great off the court. I mean, he's a dog. He's one of them dudes. Let someone mess with him on his team, see what he does. So he brings that fire, that dog in him. I think they're benefiting from it because he's going to play high defense. I mean, he's not a great scorer, but he does what the team needs, and I think he's been a crucial part in them playing so well. And guess what? He can take the heat off Maxi because he's gonna play the toughest. He gonna take Maxi can chill and do his thing, and it opens things up for everybody else.
That one game they played Boston with no Embiid. I think they didn't have no Embiid, no Maxi, and they was still in that game. Pat Bev had 29 points that game.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh,
I love Pat Bev. I love him. So that was a great pickup. I was like, okay, Daryl going for Pat Bev. He's like you said, everybody needs that villain, and Pat Bev's that guy. He can back it up with
oh yeah.
trash talking,
Yeah,
defense to get in your face. So when he played the Lakers, he's like, I was waiting for Austin Reeves.
he's crazy, man. He's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's wild. He's wild. He's definitely wild. All right, y'all. We'll move on to number 7, the Milwaukee Bucks. It's starting to look like it might be Dame time a little bit in Milwaukee. What's your thoughts, if any?
You know, him going to Milwaukee, there was going to be an adjustment period, and it seems like it's getting a little bit better. I mean, Dame hit that big shot. It was Dame time, and Milton's still not able to get to where he's at yet. But they're going to be there. They're 28-13. You know what I mean? I think they're going to be all right. Giannis is playing out of his mind still, although it's more low key. I mean, it's mostly you hear about Embiid going berserk. You don't hear too much about He's still doing his thing, whatever he's having 28, 29, 30, whatever he's at. He's still doing his thing, and I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine. Maybe after the All Star break, and when they get healthier, I think they're going to get accustomed to each other a little bit more because you need playing time. So I think once they get that going, get that pick and roll going, use that a little bit more, I think they're going to be fine. And Dame is Dame. He's dollar Dame, dime Dame, dollar, whatever. So I think they're going to be fine. They'll be there well, in the mix anyway.
Fair enough. Any thoughts on that one, Key? Or you
I
good?
know the Bucks get Jay Crowder back, so that's a big addition
Yes.
to the Bucks. But other than that, like, they're perfect spot right there in the top 10, number 7.
Number 6, the New Orleans Pelicans. That team goes as Zion goes. That's all I could really say about them. Y'all got any thoughts?
That says it in a nutshell. Again, you know, Ingram, offensive weapon. But yeah, Zion's the key. Zion is the key. I just don't feel he's going to be there at the end. I think he's going to end up getting hurt or some type of injury, or it's going to be weight related because the way the force of his pressure when he leaps so high and comes down on that body, something's going to happen. I hate to say it. I hope not. I mean, he already got that bag, so I hope he stays healthy. But like you said, if he goes, it's a wrap.
Yep. Anything you want to add, Key? No. All right.
Zion need to stay off the gumbo. Stay off the gumbo, the beignets, the snacks,
That's the thing.
the Popeyes chicken. Um, He needs to go talk to Charles. Go talk to Charles. Charles had a big issue with weight too.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, he'd be a lot more dominant if he lost some of that weight and wouldn't have to worry about a knee or a hamstring or anything when you go up. Especially because he dunks with so much force. He's so strong, and like Khan said, God forbid an injury don't happen. And it just seems like the one night he'll get 30, and then the next night he'll get 15 because he's tired.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Just bring that point with Zion up. You brought up Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, the reason why he lost that weight, because Moses Malone told him, yo, y'all know the story. Now, I don't know if Zion has someone like that doing, someone that has that respect. McCollum don't, he's quiet. He don't have, I don't think he needs someone like there's not Moses Malone, but someone like that.
Well, maybe one of the veterans, or maybe one of the Hall of Famers need to be in his ear.
That's what he might need something,
Well, maybe they in his ear, but he can't hear for 2 and beignets.
Yeah.
He with what's her face? What's her name?
We know about that.
He too busy being something he's busy
Mariah
being something
Meal.
other than a basketball player.
Yeah. He's too busy doing other workouts.
Oh, 50 points for Book put on a 50-piece nugget.
Yeah. All right, number 5, y'all. Surprise team, the LA Clippers. I thought they was dead in the water after they went and got my boy one James Harden, but hey, they pulled it out. So gotta give them props.
He's trying to think Khan in the multiverse. But the Clippers, I mean, they extended Kawhi Leonard. He another street clothes. But Kawhi's been playing. Harden's been stepping up. PG. Gilbert Arenas called them the hoes of LA. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But I mean they balling. James Harden said he wants to stay there long term. I don't see the Clippers giving him like money. I mean they might throw some change at him.
Throw a couple
But
dollars at him.
yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. They get in the new stadium, which there is dope. That stadium is gonna be banging. It comes. I see there's a video I saw. Like the seating, it comes down. Like the roof or something can move in and out, or it has like a practice facility. That joint is dope. But I don't see the Clippers winning anything, but they can get a good push.
All right, so Mo says best trade the Pels will ever make, moving off Zion. And he also says, I was big on Harden going to the Clippers because of what they needed, which was a peak point guard that could also get buckets. And then Mo also said before that, Zion is another guy you can't trust.
Harden can still give you a good 20 and 10. He can still give you a 20 and 10. Like, he don't need to do much because it's Kawhi and you got Paul George. And then Westbrook comes off the bench and gives quality buckets as well. So Harden don't have to do much. But make shots and stay the course.
Pretty much. All right, number 4, we got the T-Wolves. And but one name you need to say about that team, my man
Anthony Edwards. Mr. No Show. Mr. No Show is not going to be No Show. If y'all don't know who Mr. No Show is, that's one Karl Anthony Towns. Mr. No Show will be No Show in the playoffs. Watch.
Mr. Kitty Cat.
And the French fry, y'all know I can't stand him. I can't stand him. He has no offensive game. He does nothing offensively. Nothing.
I can't argue with the truth, nor do I want to. All right,
You
and
know
number 3.
it's bad when Anthony Edwards said, "Oh my God, we're getting Gobert." He wasn't happy at all that Gobert was on Minnesota.
He said it. He definitely said it. Number 3, we got the Denver Nuggets. We already talked about them. Anything you want to add to that, Key?
Nope, we didn't talk. We pretty much said it about Denver in the beginning.
Yep, it's everything we need to say. All right, number 2, we have the Boston Celtics. Great team. Love the trade they made to get a solid point guard in there, and Drew Holiday that can play, that can pretty much switch anything 1 to 3 on defense with no problem. So that allows them to have a lot of ability to switch with their guard play, which allows you to play defense a different way, be more aggressive, do a lot of more things that you can't do if you don't have that. And he negates some of those issues they have with guys kind of just wilding out and losing the ball at the end of games. So kind of fixed a lot of things by bringing him in. Coaches is always going to be the question mark here, but if he could bring enough veteran leadership and ability to say, "Hey, this is what we need to do," even if the coach is not really on board, I think they'll continue to be fine. Any thoughts, Key?
Nope. No. I mean, Boston's gonna be Boston. They're the number one seed right now.
Okay.
Tatum can ball. Jalen Brown can still shoot. Excellent pickup with Drew Holiday. Porzingis is in there when he's in the game. He's effective offensively, defensively. So I mean, Milwaukee is the team to beat in the East, and they number two for a reason on the power rankings.
So we got a couple of comments here. Mo says Ant will be even better once they move Cat if they can find a buyer. Damien says Gilbert can't catch anything but COVID. That's messed up. And then Mo says Celtics need to add another big. Yeah, I believe everybody needs another big. Mo. I don't know where they're coming from, but I believe everybody needs another big. Um, Number one, the power rankings. I don't think anybody's surprised. Oklahoma City Thunder.
What can we say about OKC? Hold on, I gotta bring Kyle back in. Um, what can we say about OKC? OKC's up and coming team. We've seen OKC be last in seasons. They was a playing team that didn't make it. Um, Now they balling. Number two in the West, I believe. Yeah, number two in the West. SGA is playing out of his mind. Got my guys, Jalen Williams and Jalen Williams. Um, Both the guard and the forward. Chet, Josh Giddey. They're playing great defense. Chet's balling too. Can't say nothing but good things about the Thunder. Just see if they can keep it up. Don't be this good team and get blown out and lose in the first round. Where they playing this potential can go past the first round. So don't get stuck and don't get past the first round. So I think the Thunder could go far as long as the Thunder control their own destiny. So it's up to them to keep this going.
Fair enough. So, Kyle, you missed a couple, sir. So, we're at number one now. We're at OKC. But also, if you have any thoughts you want to give on Boston or Denver. So, I believe you were here for Minnesota. Oh, no, in Minnesota. So, we went through those guys in the power rankings as well.
Okay, let me get back on here again. For some reason, I'm having difficulty for some reason. But getting back to Minnesota, very, very surprised with them. They were talking about, even though Gobert, everybody hates him, what did coach call him? No, what's his name? They call him the Big
Oh,
Pound.
well, Mr. No Show.
No show.
They're,
Yeah.
they're playing well. They're playing a little bit better than I thought. And Ant is playing out of his mind. That dude is a beast. I'm very impressive watching them play. I mean, right now they got 30-11. I didn't expect them to be that good, to be honest with you. I know I'm a little late due to my own technical difficulties, but Oklahoma City. My prediction before the season began was that they were going to be really great, with Chet coming back healthy and Chet going to a team that's already basically well balanced. So all the pressure was not on him to perform as like the guy from San Antonio. So I thought that he would fit in, and look how well he's playing now. And they're balanced, like he said, Giddy and the whole other crew. They're playing real well. I think they're going to get past the first round. If they don't, I think it'll be almost like a failure. I mean, they got all the things, they got all the parts necessary. They got the best guard probably in the NBA, or one of them anyway. So I think they're going to be really, really tough to deal with. And who else did I miss? The Celtics?
Yeah.
Enough said. Change the subject.
Y'all already said everything really needs to be said about OKC. I just say I love the way they playing, keep balling the way they balling, and they're gonna do big things. But they're not going to win a championship because they can't come out the West. Because unfortunately, Back to backs, baby. We going back to back. Oh,
Uh
96,
oh.
97. All right. Couple comments here from Mo. Mo says SGA. Absolutely. He says Jalen Williams is nasty off the bounce.
Yep.
And he says OKC could run the West for the next few years and they have a ton of picks. Presti is a
Yep.
wizard. They could run the West after this year.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Acknowledge them. So, Coach Key, before we get out of here for the evening, any other thoughts, any other comments, anything else that y'all want to say about the NBA?
Key, you want to go? Because I'm ready to go.
I'm not gonna say what you said earlier on your show, but NBA, the NBA will be 2 days when it comes to drafting. So we get to see a Thursday and a Friday for draft day. I know Adam Silver wants to tweak the play-in tournament. They didn't say how he wants to tweak it, but he wants to tweak it. God knows what else is going to happen. Um, but no, I think that was really it. Really. Oh, and the 65 game rule, it looked like it's paying off. So, like I said, Joel can only miss 7 games if they want those awards. So, um, that was a good look by Adam Silver to put that in there.
you know, again, Key said some very good points. Adam Silver, by doing that, make sure the players are more accountable for themselves and for their teams. And as you can see, it's paying off for the Clippers. Because, Kawhi's playing a lot more. I mean, so it's being a benefit to the league as well. So I think it's a great thing. The only thing I hop on real quick, and I'll make it quick because I came on a rant on my show today, because I just don't like the fact that these players constantly complaining about the calls. Every single call. I watch the Lakers game tonight. It's just even though I'm a referee, so I know that it's just like you're making $40 million a year and you're worried about a little bump. I just don't. To me, you play through. You play through. If you grew up in the hood, you grew up in the parks, you know damn well you can't be making no damn calls like that. So what I'm saying is, they just need to tell these players just shut up. You're playing the damn game. You're making 40 million a year. Be happy, man. How many people making $10, $12 an hour? And you're making 40 million. You're complaining because you got your fingernail cut. I just have a problem with that because me being a referee that I am, I just don't. I think it takes away from the game. When it's every call, because now you can stop the game. Oh, play it over again. Just play the damn game. That's me. I'm old school. That's it. That's my rant. I'm not going to go on like I did on my show.
I'm gonna just say, hey, appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody tuned in. Make sure y'all tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody. Come check us out Friday nights at 9 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. That being said, we are done for the week. Catch us back next week. Key, we appreciate you hopping in with us. Love to always talk basketball when we can with you. And we out.